It's business time.
Okay, show that video.
If you get one of these, then you're at my
Got my business socks.
Okay. And don't be messing around. You're really like at my jewelry party. You're at my jewelry party. Okay. It's all over our. It's different than the one that I always change it. Okay, so what I'm handing them is the guest survey. You should always have guest survey at the shows. We're not going to go through like doing the whole front. But anyway, they have one. Here you go.
I want to look at
And I always like to print them on a color so that I don't have to call it a guest survey because that sounds really stupid. I just say, like, no one wants to take survey. What do you call it, Liza? Feedback?
feedback sheet.
Feedback sheet, which is cute. I just say, grab your yellow paper or green, whatever you call it. Grab your green sheet, grab your blue sheet. Okay. So you guys are at my jewelry show. And when I tell you to do something, you guys pretend like you're not a jewelry lady and really do it. Okay? Okay, alright. Are you ready? So we are nearing the end of our jewelry show. Are you guys having a good time?
I am.
You guys have been so awesome tonight. So we are going to play a game. We're going to have just a little bit of fun, play a little pretend game. You guys ready? Okay, so just for fun, here we go. So grab your green sheet. Everybody got it? And everyone read the top to me. Hello. So I like to play that joke 3 to 5 to 10 times throughout the night. Okay, flip it over. And number 1, 2, or 3. Okay, number 1. I want you to write down the dollar amount to the nearest 100 of any monthly bill. Just pick one monthly bill that you're paying right now that you would love to eliminate. Okay, not the payoff amount, but what you pay on it every month. To round it to the nearest 100. Okay? Alright, number 2. I want you to think about the amount of monthly fun money that you wish you had. Okay, now think realistically, obviously. We all wish we had an extra $1 billion a month. But think of the amount that you wish you had every month that you could just do fun stuff with and just not responsible stuff. Okay? So you're going to round that to the nearest 100 also. So it's going to be like pedicures or going to the movies or taking a beach trip, that kind of fun money. Round it to the nearest 100, whatever you realistically would love to have a month to do that with. Ready to get that? Okay, now number 3, I want you to add numbers 1 and 2 together and divide that number by 200. Okay, and below that you can write your answer big. Okay, now listen. I know that you guys thought you were coming to a jewelry party tonight and not a math class, so if you need to grab your calculators, no shame, I'll let you go ahead and get them. So you're going to take numbers 1 and 2, which should be an even 100 in hundreds. You're going to add them together, divide it by 200, and write your answer big on your paper. Anywhere. Everybody got it? Okay, now, whoever is willing to share your answer with the rest of us, you're going to get extra tickets for the grand prize. What you got? We're going to give her 2 because she jumped up front. The answer is 4. Okay, so 4. Anybody else want to share? 3? Heather? 5. Whoop, whoop. Anybody have anything different than 4, 3, or 5? 2? Awesome. How many do? Okay, awesome. Everybody else pretty much have the same thing? Okay, ladies. You have just figured out the number of times on average that you could go outside of your home to do some form or variation of what we've just done here today, and you could have that extra income that you desire. Okay, so we have what, 2, 3, 4? Does anyone have any more than 6? Okay, now you're probably sitting here saying, I don't really want to be a stinking jewelry lady. I don't want to sling jewelry. Guess what? I didn't want to either before I realized that it had been placed into my task for a reason. Okay, but smart ladies, we like to keep our options open, right?
Yes.
You're right, yes. Because you never know when your plan B is going to need to become your plan A, right? Okay. All right, so I want somebody to give me 3 minutes on a timer. Anybody? Who has a phone? Anybody?
Gotcha.
Gotcha. 3 minutes. Don't start until I say. All right, this is what we're going to do. Now, this is just for pretend.
Okay.
I'm reading this because we're going to set a timer for 3 minutes, and we're just going to pretend, okay? You guys are interviewing for my job. Now, I know, like I said, you may not want to be a jewelry lady. We're just playing pretend, and you're going, sorry. Okay, you can ask me any questions you want about my job, okay? And the more questions you ask, I'm just going to assume that you want the grand prize more than your neighbor does. I'm not going to assume that you want to sign up in Premier, so we're just going to have some fun and play pretend. All right, whoever has a timer can pick go.
Go.
And you're getting
How many nights a week do you work?
you can work as many or as little as you want. I try to do at least 2 shows a week. Next.
You have to have inventory.
What?
You have to have inventory.
You do not have to keep inventory. Everything you see on the jewelry table is mine to keep, sell, wear, whatever I want to do with it. Anybody else?
Do you have quotas?
We have no sales quotas in Premier.
What if you have no, like, premier jewelry when you become a jewelry lady? Would they give you inventory for shows, or would?
You have the option to either purchase a jewelry kit or not. And of course I would be your Premier mom for the show, right? Obviously, your Premier mom will help you with that. There are some options as well. So if you cannot afford to get a jewelry kit right when you come in, you can use my jewelry at your training show, and then you can earn your jewelry for free and start earning it for free. Premier actually gives away tons of free jewelry if you just follow their plan. Next, anybody? Ooh, you can get started for as little as $395. Anybody else?
Yeah.
There is a special. Look, see, she's so smart. I'm just seeing if you guys are paying attention to the first 30 minutes of the show. We do. This month, actually, you can get $100 off the bat for only $295. And if you remember, how much did we learn earlier in the show do you make on average per show? Oh, she's getting 2 tickets for that. So how many shows would it take you to pay off that $295 investment?
1.5.
shows? What? 2 shows, that's crazy. Anybody else? Where's our time? We're good?
Yeah, you have a minute and 10 seconds.
Okay, well, if they weren't jewelry ladies, they'd be asking all kinds of crazy
Okay, well,
Basket,
do I have to
basket,
like
basket,
jewelry?
basket. No, you don't have to like jewelry. In fact, we're not looking for salespeople. We're looking for nice people who are nice. What if I'm really busy? I'm really busy too. And guess what? Busy people get things done more than people who are not busy. Okay, so you get the point. The person that I stole this game from said they never, ever, ever, ever run out of time. And there's usually someone trying to get all the tickets that has 1 or 2 more questions, and she's like, "Our time's up." Okay, so ladies, just remember that we were just pretending. There is a no soccer guarantee. If you have more questions, just come and see me after when we're playing with the jewelry. I'd be happy to answer those for you. Okay? Okay, does anybody like that game?
Yes.
I thought it was pretty cool. I love that. Well, first of all, I wanted to say, after the show, you want to talk to the ladies that, make sure you remember those that were asking the most questions, because there's usually going to be, 1 or 2 people that are throwing questions at you. So you want to make sure, you don't have to be like, "Oh my gosh, you have so many questions, do you want to sign up?" You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. But you do want to go to her and you want to say, "I know we ran out of time, the party was going kind of fast. Did you have any other questions that I needed to answer for you?" "No, I didn't really answer them all." "Okay, great. Well, don't forget, or just know that I'm here if there's anything else." Just want to keep that in mind, okay? But I love this because, number 1, who keeps these? You do. Okay, so it's just to show you. But I love that I'm always trying to figure out a way to help the women think how they could use Premier in their lives. I actually get them to start calculating it mentally. And this does that. But instead of being like, let's think about your life. What do you need a Premier? It's like, let's play a game. Let's play a fun game. And then they're all of a sudden, you do it at the beginning, you're like, huh? Yeah, they're relaxed and they're just playing a game and they're thinking, because they're thinking about that bill and they're thinking about that fun stuff, and then they go, twice a month, 3 times a month, seriously, I can do 4 times, that's once a week, really, and I can knock those things out. It's very realistic. Yes, ma'am.
So do you give them, the person with the most tickets, a gift or something?
We're just doing the grant. That's just part of the show. So people get tickets, usually 2 part. I just handed out a 1 part ticket. I'm not doing anything with them right now, but.
What do you do with them is what?
Drawing. Okay, so I like to have at least 2 door prizes. If there's a bigger crowd, maybe 3. Just so people win something, even if it's just something cutesy from wherever. And then a grand prize is always good, and you want to make a big deal about your grand prize, because everybody's getting tickets the whole night for that pair of like premier earrings, for example. You know, because you only pay half or free if you get free jewelry. Okay, so you can give something away off your table or retired jewelry from reality or whatever. So make a big deal about your grand prize. And so I'll do the drawings for the door prizes, and then all the tickets go back in for the grand prize. Right? Get it? When? I never have played that game. But I'm going to be playing that game. I'm a little bit up in the air. The person that I got this from plays it right before the S in the first game for shop specialty survey, because she wants it to be fresh on their mind. I think that we could probably do that with this game because it's fun and it kind of peps them back up instead of just talking. But I have been thinking about doing my sponsoring activity in the beginning while they're fresh in their brains. So I think it really kind of depends on you. I would either do it right after the P, if you want to do it at the beginning, like boom, and then you can say, watch what I do for the rest of the night. That's how easy it is. Or right before the S at the end, you could say, you just saw how easy it is. If you can read a flip chart and take jewelry trays and lay them on a table, if you can do what I do. No, she says she places, she basically just talks about it throughout, like when she'll say at some point during her show, she's already said that they earn 50%, and she's got like a whole flip chart she's gonna upload, but it's like a longer one. Buffy did. Okay, so anyway, there's that, and I guess it's being recorded, so we'll have it. And that's kind of, it doesn't look that great, but I can post it later for you guys as well. Okay, so football theming for sponsoring. So basically when I thought about this, and I'll try to be quick with this, but my first thought with sponsoring was that I think a lot of times we expect it to happen really quickly, or we want it to, we get in and we get excited and we want to start sponsoring to earn all of these things with Premier, and we get excited and we want to share it with people, which is a great thing to do. But I think sometimes we tend to kind of not really respect the amount of time that those things can take. So I thought about planting the seeds and watering them, because I know several of the people that have joined my team recently are people that I have been talking to for a long time, or I've just known for a year or 2. Liza was one of those people. Here she is. But a year, have you been here now? A year? But she's somebody that I just knew she'd be great, and when she realized it was time in her life, she was my child's preschool teacher, and I was like, she would just be so good, she would love this company. But I didn't she said no, she's not coming to my OP for the 4th time. Okay, but I just kind of kept that seed planted and watered. And so what I did was, I thought about it with football. And so I thought about a football team, and football teams aren't created overnight. And so you think about what coaches have to do to get those players, right? So I pulled up some articles, and I'm not going to read a whole article, but just a few of the little excerpts I pulled from it. First of all, the intro says, National Signing Day is the biggest off-the-field day for many college football programs, as the fax machines get cranked up and kids send in their national letters when sent, blah, blah, blah. Everyone is wrapped up in the end of the dance. Everyone is so wrapped up in the end of the dance that the process often gets ignored. Right? We're clueless. They just showed up. They were good. They threw the football. They're on the team. Doesn't really happen that way. Recruiting is a long ordeal for these kids, and understanding how it works is a plus for fans looking for insight beyond, will he or won't he commit to my team? For fans, this is the beginning of that player's life with their program. But for players, however, this is the conclusion of a long and interesting chapter of a major transitional period. While they are months from beginning their collegiate career, National Signing Day is the end of a process that starts early and runs hot from the moment, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here are some things I pulled from it. Regardless of how coaches hear about a player, freshman and sophomore year is where the talent first gets identified. Okay? Some players get tabbed early while other guys get dismissed as non-options based on their tape. Most players go into the keep an eye on him file as they continue to mature physically and improve their skills on the field. Right? You guys can kind of hear from here with this without me talking on it. Regardless of their approach, most coaches are a blend of several schools of thought. Hold on a second. As this is going on, schools are making sure that all kids are on their target. Stay interested. That means letters, lots of them, to remind you of school's prestigious history and to watch the team. So that just talks about they're watering them. They're watering them, right? Going out, they're trying to recruit their team, they're watching, they're planting seeds, they're sending letters, maybe you're sending a postcard, maybe you're reaching back out. Keep a list of those people that you keep thinking, she would be great at this, or she really needs this in her life, or I would love to spend more time with her, or gosh, she just needs some encouragement in her life. Whatever it is, keep an ongoing list. I always have an ongoing list of people that have either said they wanted to consider it or I knew it would be great in their life. Let's skip over some of these. For some kids, it's about getting to the NFL. For others, it's about getting out of the situation they are in and moving into a better position. Some kids and their families need to hear about education, and others want to hear about playing the game. So everybody that we're talking to is different. Our journeys are different. Our needs are different. So if you have a pen, you can write these down if you want to, but these are 4 tips that I thought were important when it comes to sponsoring and growing your team. Number 1, don't quit. People will expect you to quit. You know that? They see everybody signing up for everything all over the place, and guess what? 60 days later, they're not doing it anymore because they're not rich and they didn't grow a team in 2 months. Okay? Be consistent. People will take you seriously as they see you taking your business seriously. Okay? It can happen. You get in, you have some excitement, and you're on fire. People are excited by that and can join your team. But the majority of that is going to come with your consistency. And people say, hey, she's for real. She's really doing this. Right. Number 2, focus on your activity, not the results. Focus on your activity, not the results. Why? Anybody?
You can control your activity, but not the results.
Exactly right. You can control what you're doing, but you can't make decisions for people. Okay? You cannot control the results. You're doing what you need to do. Like, what did, who was just up here? How many OPs? Christy, is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, girl.
Yes. How many, so what's the average? 5 to 1. Okay? You can control talking to 5 people. Okay? When I first decided I wanted to sponsor, I didn't just go out and try to find people that said, I might like to do Premier one day. I was just like, you need to practice. Will you come listen to me. Let me practice on you. I'll give you a charm bracelet. I'll give you a tennis bracelet. I'll give you a $20 gift certificate. People did. Some of those people signed up because guess what? Premier's awesome. It really is. When you sit down and tell the business plan, there is none other like it. Yes, it costs more money to sign up, but guess what? That is your protection. Okay? They can pay $59 or $99 to sign up for it. You don't have a business anymore because nobody needs you because they all just signed up to get 50% off.
Boom.
It is your business protection, and you need to sell that to whoever you're talking to. This is a great thing. And you can pay, even at full price, you can pay the stinking thing off in 4 or 5 shows. Are you kidding me? Don't have any sales quotas. You need to gain confidence in what you're saying. People will see that confidence. If you believe in it, they will. But if you're like, they're not going to believe in it either. Number 3, get Premier into your heart. Take it from your head, put it in your heart. You can't really force that, but again, you can control the activity that brings it. Okay? It's not going to happen if you're not committed to surrounding yourself with the Premier doers and learning all the unique things about Premier. Raise your hand if you've read the book that came in your kit, by chance or by design. Okay? Everyone in this room should read that book.
Amen.
Okay? It's the closest thing to kind of going to National Rally. Because, like, I mean, seriously, I'm not even going to admit it. It was over a year before I read it, and that was bad. Don't do that. I was like, oh my gosh, I've been like representing this company. I never knew all this stuff. You just think they're just like every other company. They just, I mean, I know they support missions, but read the book. It will help you get from here into your heart. It's so different. People will be moved by your love for what you do, and they will want to be a part of it. And then number 4, have fun and roll with the punches. Have fun and roll with the punches. There are enough places to go out and find negativity and bad news. Would everyone say amen? Amen. Okay? Social media, TV, the doctor, newspaper, you got it. Ladies who see that what you have is different will want to be a part of it. Okay? That doesn't mean that you have to pretend when you're not. You have to pretend like you're not sad when you are. Just find the right people to talk to. Like, find a buddy. Okay? Don't be like going on your Facebook page like, blah, blah, blah. My sister didn't call me back. You are a professional jewelry lady. Like, people don't. They don't want to say that. They don't care. They don't care. Call your sister in Premier. Call your mom and don't call your downline in Premier. Don't
complain.
Don't do that. Don't complain to people that you should be encouraging. But call somebody and say, "Help me off the ledge." Anyway, those are your 4 tips. Okay, bye.
Yay!